Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about maximum physical potential. Now the goal and intent behind maximum physical potential is to take an individual from their starting point, which is going to be A, and we're going to increase their motor control, we're going to increase their strength, we're going to increase their strength endurance to take them to part B, which is going to be a maximum expression of strength. Now, we like to split individuals into different categories. The first one that we have is the beginner, so the novice individual. The second is going to be the intermediate, and that third category is going to be the advanced individual. Now, I would like to share the light bulb analogy with you guys. This will make a lot more sense now, okay? So, we're going to start off with that novice beginner individual. Walks into the gym. We're going to take the squatting pattern. So they're coming into the gym, first couple of times, they're doing some air squats, right? Knees are coming in, hips are all over the place, chest is falling forward. Their limit is motor control. They can't actually perform the pattern correctly to be able to express strength. So if we look at the light bulb analogy, you can think when they're doing those couple of reps and they're looking really, really funky, that light bulb, or AKA their central nervous system, is just flickering, right? We then take that same individual 5 years down the line. They've built all the reps and motor control, so we now place that intermediate individual into strength endurance. So they're no longer performing the squat, or the air squat should I say, they're performing the goblet squat. Now their limiting factor is not the actual movement itself, it's their strength endurance in the actual goblet squat. Their light bulb is flickering more than the novice individual, so you're going to start to see the more that the central nervous system fires up, the more rest that individual is going to need, okay? So we then take that same individual 5 years on from strength endurance, we now place them in maximal contraction. So they're an advanced individual. So they're no longer performing the goblet squat, they're getting fired up for the 1 rep max back squat, right? Now you can tell from this analogy, when they're getting fired up, they're really, really digging deep into their central nervous system. That light bulb is firing up, right? So what does that mean? That individual, once they've performed that really, really heavy back squat, they're going to need a lot of rest before that next maximal contraction. Right? So when it comes to program design, why we like to, when an individual is trying, the goal is motor control, we like to prescribe full body resistance. Why? Because remember, light bulb analogy, that individual can squat 5 times a week because they're not actually digging deep into their central nervous system, they're just learning the pattern. Now the individual, that same individual 5 years later, performing the goblet squat, we probably can't prescribe squatting 5 times a week. Why? Because remember, that light bulb is starting to flicker a lot more. They're going to need more rest because remember, the goal here is to resist the goblet squat, right? We then take that advanced individual. Now, do you think, going off that light bulb, that we can prescribe squatting every single day for that advanced individual? Probably not. Why? Because they're digging super deep into that central nervous system. So picture, we give full body resistance to this advanced individual. What's going to happen? That's going to turn into burnout because they're digging so deep. Now guys, why we like to prescribe this way? Because when it comes to strength, and there's no such thing as a free lunch. When that individual is going for their max contraction, they have earned the right. They've spent the time in motor control. They've learned the pattern. They've then gained the strength and strength endurance, and now they're actually ready or capable of expressing a maximal contraction. Right? So this is just an analogy that I like to use with my clients and something that we like to use when we're designing programs for individuals. So guys, that's all from me today. Hopefully that made sense, and see you guys in the next one. Cheers.